Hello guys, and welcome to the tutorial in which we're gonna do the exercise. Okay, so in this tutorial, in this video, I'm gonna just tell you the exercise and we're gonna do the pseudocode, and in the next tutorial or video, we're gonna do the solution. I'm gonna show you how I did it. Okay, so we're gonna build a basic simple calculator. Okay, pretty much it should cover everything that we learned so far, and this is a simple, the easiest program they will write. So this is the requirements right here. Basically, what it's gonna do is use two numbers entered by the user to do the following: add, subtract, multiply, divide, and then output the results to the user. Okay, so a simple calculator where the user will pull two numbers, and then we're gonna add those two numbers, we're gonna subtract those two numbers, we're gonna multiply two numbers, we're gonna divide one by another, and we're gonna output the results to the user back to their window to see the results. Okay, so if you think you're ready and you know how to do it, go ahead and start doing it. You can pause this video, you can skip to the solutions and see how I did it, or you can stick around right now and I'm gonna do this pseudocode, which I encourage you always to do it, especially when we get to the more um, hard, more complicated questions and programs where we would have to definitely spend more time thinking. But so let's go and build our pseudocode. And a pseudocode, if this is your first time here and it's like, what the heck is pseudocode? Pseudocode is basically like a bone, a skeleton, or kind of incorrect form of a code. Basically, just a basic general idea of what should be done in our code and in which sequence. And then when we build our code, you're supposed to just technically type your code from the pseudocode already. And a lot of times in jobs, when I was looking for my job, and couple of interviews, I was asked to write the pseudocode. Okay, so they're basically just a thinking process of how you're gonna build it if you were to code. Okay, so let's do it. So the thinking progress is, let me start new um, new blank document, and basically what we're gonna do is I'm gonna just wanna start um, typing, and I'm gonna choose one of these cool things. And what I want to do is just kind of type in what I'm gonna do in my program. Okay, so um, what I want to do is I want to display the greetings, or ask, basically display the message to the user what are we doing. Okay, so I usually like to say hi and welcome to something, so I'm gonna say greetings, and then what I want to do is I'm gonna ask user to input a number. And remember, in our inputs, when we input one number at a time. So I would ask user to input first number. First number. Okay. Then I would ask user to input second number, and and then after I have the number, now I have to store those numbers, right? But before I store them, I have to declare my variables, right? So I would declare my variables, declare variables. Now I have to store the input. So I would store the input in there, store input. Then once I would do my calculation. So I would basically say do math. This is sufficient enough, and I would just say add, and then subtract. Then I would use multiplication, and then the division. So this is just for me to know that I have to do all those. Then after that, I would just say display um, results. Okay, so this is the way I like to do it. And looking at this, I kind of would wanna actually do something different. Because I would like to declare my variables before I do the greetings. Um, so this is usually a good idea because I just write what I need to do and then I move things around. So I like to declare my variables first, right? So I would declare the variables, then I put greetings, um, ask the user, and then store the input. And if I want to get details, technically you're supposed to, this is how we would do it. We would actually store input in here, um, and then this is what I would do. Then ask user for a second number, and then I would put the store that input in here. I don't like this. Microsoft Word does weird things sometimes. Okay, then I would do the math and then I would display the results. So basically this is my um, pseudocode. It tells exactly in which order what I'm gonna do. Doesn't tell the code, but it tells the process, the idea. Now from this, we're actually gonna build the code, and I definitely encourage you to build it yourself, practice, and then watch my next tutorial, see how I did it. Okay, and I'll see you in next tutorial.